Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening. My name's Alan, and I'm an IBM Distinguished Engineer of watsonx Orchestrate. So today we have a full day of activities and sessions waiting for you to learn about AI agents. And the promise of what we're trying to do here is allow you to build enterprise-ready AI agents using the product that I'm working on called IBM watsonx Orchestrate. So, I mean, the whole idea of AI agent is probably not new to this audience, and I'm not too going to kind of re-emphasize some of the hopes and promises, or in some cases, that things that we are actually also seeing internally within IBM. I mean, we have a policy of using our own product and apply any AI transformation tools, in this case using watsonx Orchestrate to drive some of the internal processes within IBM. So there are going to be some key benefits and that we can expect with the use of AI agent. The question is not so much whether um, one can build an AI agent, is really what's so make it so special that we all want to use it. Now, a few years back, many years back, there's AI. We have models like OpenAI models. We have other many other models that in the past, and people been using large language model as a way to do text generation, pattern matching, so on and so forth. And then people start building kind of, I guess, model aware agent we call assistants, and typically they are what I call a prompt driven. Like they basically you use the models, you provide instructions to a model, and you are hoping to get some output that you're looking for. Now, with the idea of an AI agent is that is more than just a single prompt. Instead, an AI agent will take your request. You will make an attempt to reason about it in terms of trying to dissect the problems and figuring out what you need to do, and then plan the set of activity. Then you can perform the activity and finally observe the result and basically provide a feedback loop before it give you the final outcome. So with watsonx Orchestrate, our whole idea is to enable everyone to basically build AI agents that can act autonomously to so that you can understand and build a plan and execute a request that may be posed to it through a human, basically one of us, or another agent. Um, the We kind of specifically look at, and there's three separate behavior of an AI attribute of an AI agents. There is the knowledge, how much information does the agent know? What can you do? Task, right? An agent can perform a certain task based on a set of tools, or in our lingo, you can also through a set of collaborators, which are themselves agents as well. Then there are behaviors, like how should the agent do the work, right? The idea is providing guidelines and triggers so that will allow us um, to govern how the agent actually perform the work. Um, the For example, here is an example of a sales prospecting agent. In this case, we have the name of the agents. We have the what the purpose of the agent is. We need to provide the agent with a set of things it can do, right? It will have in this simple example, you might have a web search, and then you can perform, you can also integrate with other agents. There may be a research agent, CRM agent, or digital sales assistant agent uh, that will be help with doing search into the sales domain, right? Different domain agent that may be helping the sales prospecting agent. Then we need to give the agent knowledge. So in this case, you might have documents that are related to best practices in sales prospecting. It might have some access to our set of documents in the enablement repository, and potentially glossary. Like these are terms that the agent will understand. Like these allow agent to basically interact with the user using terminology that will make sense for this particular business domain. Then finally, the behavior guidelines, ask when certain things happen, this is how the agent should respond, and not the least is where the agent will respond, whether it's through a basic web chat interface or maybe through one of the many messaging applications. So in this case, then in our scenario, then we're able to that's how we kind of define what we consider to be a complete agent, right? It's more than just an agent that do some work. It's an agent that has the knowledge and the know-how, and it behave the way that you would expect it to have behaved in that particular business situation. Now, Watson Orchestrate is a platform. It's a platform for building AI agents. And it's also a platform for running them, right? So running AI agent, and it's also a platform where you can actually build the tools that will be used by the AI agents. So it has potential. It has an agent catalog where once you build an agent, you have access to many different in the experience, you can access many different agents, and each agent will have, based on our agent framework, it has a set of routing capability, reasoning capability, and planning capability, and utilizing a set of tools that will be provided uh, either directly through watsonx Orchestrate as part of our built-in tools, such as those that are coming from IBM itself or maybe from Salesforce, ServiceNow. And you can also build your own tools and bring in your own models as well. Whether you want to run the agent with like Meta, well, some of the latest Meta model or model from Mistral, the choice is yours in terms of how you want to run the agent and what model you want to use to do the inferencing. Um, Behind the scenes, let's take a look at how we can orchestrate. Our orchestration agent can be used to coordinate work between different agents. So, as far as the user is concerned, the end user might basically through our client layers, which could be um, our own web-based chat experience. It could be Slack. It could be Microsoft Team, and it will make a request. I have a meeting with, say, Adobe CRO on Friday. Let me see what the latest offering I can bring up to him. And in these layers, it will basically make an API call to our agent. This agent, what we call the orchestrator agent, is running on the orchestration platform. These agents will do the plan at we flat. This is actually one of the pattern we offer, right? This is based on a very popular industry popular React pattern. There are actually other agentic strategy that we offer as well. But in this example, we are using the React strategy. It will analyze the current entitlement using, for example, SAP, and in doing that, you might decide that in order to do the first task, you actually need to talk to one of the collaborator, who happens to be an agent that is running in Agentforce, Salesforce, right? And then you might check whether the current status of our support ticket, who also happen to be could be another agent. It could also be a tool that used by ServiceNow. And then there may be a third agent that we can use to basically create a pitch deck. So the whole idea of multi-agent collaborations through an agentic approach is how we kind of accomplish that through our kind of agentic framework here. Now, behind the scenes, we also have a lot of tool catalogs, which you can, import your own Python-based tools. You can import your MCP-based tools, or you can import your Open API-based tools. And this will allow the agent to have full flexibility as you configure it to run for a particular use case. Um, but running an agent take more than just the agent framework, right? As a platform, we look at providing an end-to-end capability so that you don't have to worry about all the other aspects of creating a successful agentic solutions, such as connecting to different channels and having different connectivity to different middleware, ability to maintain context and history. How do you observe observability questions, or even model level governance through the watsonx platform? So these are kind of the things that we provide out of the box to allow someone to actually not just be an agent, but actually create an AI agent for the enterprise that's running in a trusted platform with the observability, the governance, and the control that you need. So, what makes us what I'm going to talk about next is to give you a highlight in terms of what are some of the experience that you can see when you're running in watsonx Orchestrate, and these are some of the area that we believe innovation that we are bringing in, and why what we are providing here is what we believe will allow enterprises to be successful in deployment of AI agents. So here's an examples of multi-agent orchestration. So what you see here is a simple chat window where we already have multiple agents deployed. We have a sales agent you can talk to. By selecting the specific agent, you say to basically talk to the agent. So we'll say, what are the current sales play for AI assistants? And in this particular case, the sales agent is responding with a set of potential plays. So now this is actually based on um, a knowledge, right, that's coming in from our sales plays overview one pager. And we'll ask the question like, how does the user will continue to basically collaborate with the agent here, right? To, how do I target this particular case to the energy industry? So is then looking up some other knowledge, right? You inventing work, and then you also provide different data source. So you can see why knowledge is important in an agent. And then what we are doing now is, the question is coming down to, is there any reasonable analysis how the agent can be used in the energy industry for employee productivity? In this case, it's actually routing the request to the research agent, right? So one of the collaborators is a research agent, and behind the scenes, the research agent is actually calling a tool, which is just a basically web-based search tools, and now the tool will respond, and the agent will come back and basically um, compile the results with references in terms of how you get to those knowledge. Um, out of the box, you would be able to ask the system to render the information in different format just for ease of consumption. And you can see that in here, as part of this rendering, it also do another call out to Salesforce to get the list of count. So based on this next question, who are my contact? Now is doing a search in as is basically doing a search again into the sales contact tools that we provide, and then it come back with a table on the contacts. And finally, we're saying let's draft an email um, so that I can send to the Lauren at the United Oil and Gas with our offerings on, potentially how they can use watsonx Orchestrate to improve their worker productivity. And basically this is a simple showcase of how one can potentially use multiple agents in a collaborative fashions to go through and then create solve a business problem. Yeah. Then the next question is, now that we just show how to use an agent, the next question is how do you exactly build one? So this is actually one of the things that you will be seeing in the next chat. But what I'm showing here is really just a quick way to illustrate how we build it. The whole idea is not just about building it, but making sure that um, there's scalability consideration, high availability, security, how do you integrate, and how fast can you build one. So in this example, we are actually showing you how we could potentially to execute a tool end to end, but also to customize the agent at the end of it. So in this case, we are saying what is, we're talking to a active agent. You're asking agent what's my email. You see that the agent is actually making a decision to call a set of tools. Um, in this in this case, the tool is coming back with the set of active. It basically find out what my user ID is or email, and later on, we ask the agents questions like, "What about my home address?" Now the agent is using another tools will get my home address, and it basically reference back to my home address, and you will keep searching, right? We'll ask for my phone number. Yeah. So what you can see here is the answer is contextual, even though it's making the same call, it's extracting different information based on what's available. Now, let's say we want to add a new tools to it. So this, what you're seeing on the screen here is what we just showed briefly is uh, 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 yeah, what you just showed here is the YAML file that we can type in to configure an agent, and we by adding a new tools to the file, and then we importing the agent, you you now update the agent with a new set of tools. And how do we build this tool? There are multiple ways to build tools. You can build the tool as a simple Python-based function. You can bring a tool in based on Open API specification, or you can name the tool through MCP registration. So with that, the agent is updated with a new tool to update my email address. All right. So what I just showed is how fast it is to actually, create an agent and also update the agent. Now, one of the other things we talk about is the catalog. We call Agent Connect. And even it is you don't always have to build a new agent. There may be already be one that's available to you that you can add as a collaborator to. So with the built-in catalog, then you will be able to find all the available agents that's in the system and be able to use them as part of your overall collaborate orchestrator agent. So the whole idea of the watsonx Orchestrate platform is to allow fast time to value and with a set of pre-built agents and tools so that you can uh, get a return on investment quickly. We automate across enterprise. We integrate seamlessly with tools. But the most important thing, in my opinion, around making AI agent uh, enterprise ready is really around how can I make sure the agents can scale, has the correct security, provide the necessary control in terms of observabilities and governance. Those are the things that typically, a developer spend a lot of time on building the agent. But what we want, the reason why we want the platform is that the platform take care of all these other non-functional characteristics that will make it a trustworthy enterprise platform. Now, going back to the whole point of today's track, which is around AI tools and agent, let me share with you quickly in terms of the set of topics that we have for today. Second here. So if you navigate on the website, the IBM Dev Day website, if we navigate to the Dev Day agenda, and you open the agenda, select AI agents and tools in the right left hand side, you will see that these are the topics that we have prepared for you today, right? So the first one is the session right here, my sessions. After this, then we have Eric talk about the Orchestrate Agent Development Kit. I showed a little bit of that in my quick demo. Then we have topics around agentic agent for threat mediations using over HashiCorp and IBM Guardian scenario. And these are important things in terms of how can we make sure that when you deploy an agent, that we can detect any suspicious activity in terms of using the agent. Then we have collaboration between Intel and IBM to look at open source AI journey, um, and uh, and and Amir from Matter to talk about developing Matter Llama 4 LLM, that is currently ready and usable within the watsonx platform. We have agentic multi-agent reasoning system, MARS. That's something that we created within IBM to look at reasoning system for enterprise workflow. Um, then we have two sessions on Granite model. One is looking at where we are going with the next generation of Granite model. The second one is looking at how we do document summarization using Granite model. And then finally, there's a sessions at 5:30 on agentic decisions optimization agents, where we're looking at using IBM decision optimizations to combine with agentic um, to help with basic business optimization. So at this point, maybe I will look at see whether there's any questions from the audience so far. All right. So there's a question from Yusuf. That's definitely taking a long time for these operations. How can we make it faster? I guess I need a little bit of context on what these operations are. So, these the governor it wasn't its governance. Yes. So the second, yeah. So if Yusuf, you can explain, give me a little bit more context on what these operations mean. You mean? In the meantime, I'll try to get to the next questions from Gargant. Is the governance for Orchestrate integrated with watsonx governance or integral? Is actually it is integrated with watsonx governance, particularly at the model level governance. There is work that also being worked on looking at agent level guardrails. That the agent level guardrail is something that we are doing internally in Orchestrate. Okay, the question from user: if several things can affect on agent two optimizations by simplifying the interface and improving description might help. Also, the number. Oh, there was a question answer from Sebastian. That Sebastian is a colleague of mine. I've asked him to help with answering the question. So looks like he already jumped on and help answering some of the questions already. Um, yes, he wanted to help. And the question from what are the LLM we can use? Yeah, so building the box, we support the LLM from watsonx AI platform. We are adding support for AI gateway. With AI gateway, then practically you should be able to use LLM from all major vendors, including OpenAI, Anthropic, um, Google, whatnot. So in that case, you should be able to use any LLM that you want. However, there is, not all LLM are built equal. So there are, you should pick the one that based on the agent style that best matches your particular workload. How do you build agents that are not more fallible? Like I listened to on this, and it said LM can go wrong. Yeah, LM can go wrong, right? So you have to build agents with a proper set of instructions, and there will be also cases where you might want to build agents that are more narrowly scoped and then leverage capability. For example, in the watsonx platform, Orchestrate platform, we have a new capability now called WXO Flow, which allow you to constrain how the agent can interact with other things. What are some of the AI orchestration tools that have most potential? And as we are how we what are some of the AI orchestrations that have most potential to evolve and help enterprise, in my opinion. Um, there are a lot of orchestration. I think is a combination of agentic and the key, in my opinion, is allow people to also identify what are the set of things that they want to be more predictable versus be more agentic. And this will allow us to come up with solutions that matches the need for the different use cases. Um, there's actually, can an orchestrate agent manage different assistants? Yes, an orchestrate agent can connect. Each assistant, wasn't assistant, is basically a collaborator. So an orchestrate agent can connect to multiple collaborator. Now, um, there's still in general best practice in terms of not overwhelm the orchestrator. So if you're adding 100 collaborator to it, the the AI agent might get sidetracked, and what you want is to have AI agents that are more narrowly focused than trying to create a universal agent, which at this point is not something that I would recommend. For a complete beginner, actually, for a complete beginners to AI automation, where would you advise we started? What's the roadmap here? I would suggest that you start by attending our next session, which is coming up on Agent Development Kit, so that you can actually download it and play around with it at your own leisure with your own on your own laptop environment. How do we ensure? I'll answer one more question. How do we ensure the agent goal align with exactly what we want? You have to be very specific in the agent goal. There are research going on comparing what the outcome of the agents and whether your goal is satisfied. I would say this is a I have to say this is still an ongoing area of research in terms of making sure the agent actually match your expectation um, behind the scenes. Yeah. All right, we're done here. Do we need to know JavaScript? No. You don't need to know JavaScript or Python. We also provide local environment. So you don't definitely, you shouldn't have to know neither of these, but we do provide a local environment. So for those who know Python, can also fully utilize it. Um, Hey, I think I'm done here. So thank you everyone for the sessions, for being here, and I would encourage every one of you to go join some of the upcoming sessions, and learn more about watsonx Orchestrate, and also learn more about building AI agents that are ready for the enterprises.